You felt it. Someone leaves you out of the group chat. A friend posts photos from a dinner you weren't invited to. Your chest tightens before you even know why. You tell yourself it shouldn't matter. It's just a chat, just a dinner. So why does it feel like a crisis? The real answer is far stranger than hurt feelings. Your brain isn't overreacting. It's running an alarm system built for a world that no longer exists. A world where being excluded didn't just sting. It killed you, slowly, but certainly. For almost all of human history, you didn't survive alone. You survived because of your band. 20, maybe 40 people moving together, sharing food, watching each other's backs. Anthropologist Christopher Boehm spent years studying hunter-gatherer societies across the globe, from the Kalahari to the Arctic. He found something almost every one of these groups had in common. No police, no courts, no chief with the final word. So how did they keep order? They had something far more effective than punishment. Ostracism. If you lied, cheated, hoarded meat, or betrayed someone's trust, you weren't fined or jailed. You were simply cut off. Conversations stopped when you approached, food stopped being shared, eventually you were left behind. And in a world without grocery stores, hospitals, or emergency rooms, that kind of isolation wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence, just a slower one than a spear. This is why betrayal carried so much weight. In 1971, evolutionary biologist Robert Trivers proposed an idea that reshaped how scientists understood cooperation. He called it reciprocal altruism. You help someone today expecting they'll help you tomorrow. But what happens if someone never pays it back? The whole system only works if cheaters get caught and punished. A group full of takers and no givers collapses fast. So natural selection didn't just favor cooperation, it favored vigilance. Your ancestors evolved a kind of social radar, constantly scanning for who could be trusted and who couldn't. That radar didn't retire when villages turned into cities. It's still running in your skull right now. Why else would one unanswered text feel like evidence in a trial? Here's where the story gets stranger. Psychologist Kipling Williams spent decades studying what happens inside the brain during exclusion. In one now famous experiment called Cyberball, participants played a simple game tossing a virtual ball with two other players online. Partway through, the other two players quietly stopped passing the ball. No insults, no argument, no explanation, just silence. So what did that silence actually do to the brain? Neuroscientist Naomi Eisenberger scanned the brains of people experiencing this small, harmless snub. The results were startling. The same regions that activate during physical pain, areas tied to real bodily injury, lit up during social exclusion too. Being left out doesn't just feel like an injury. To your brain, it is treated as one. So when a message goes unanswered or you're left off an invitation, your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a missed text and a missed meal 300,000 years ago. It still treats exclusion as an emergency worth sounding every alarm for. That tight chest, that looping replay of the conversation, searching for what you did wrong, that urge to over-apologize just to be let back in. None of that is weakness. It's a survival mechanism, still wired for a world where the worst punishment wasn't a prison cell. It was being left behind. You felt it. That sting when someone leaves you out. It isn't your brain malfunctioning. It's your brain remembering a time when being left out meant being left to die.